All right, welcome back, fellow movie nerds. Welcome to Cody's Movie Cave. Yeah, so this time we're going down the Marvel lane and the MCU, and that is Thor: Love and Thunder. I even got my hammer. See, I got my hammer. It don't do a lot like his does, but it's pretty cool. It can nail stuff, but it can't get no lightning out of it. Come on, hammer. Anyway. Thor: Love and Thunder. Chris Hemsworth back as the God of Thunder himself, Thor. The best way I can describe this movie is, you remember when you were a kid and you'd go to the grocery store and get the newest, coolest, colorful box of cereal with all the bells and whistles on the box that looked cool. You just threw a fit and had to have it. And you got it, got home, poured you a big bowl, took a big bite, and you're like, oh, this tastes like crap. That's Thor: Love and Thunder right there. It had all the potential of being a Marvel hit. Same director that directed Ragnarok. Thor: Ragnarok is back. Chris Hemsworth. It looked good from the trailers. You had the Guardians of the Galaxy you thought were going to be in it. Like I said, it had cool action scenes from the trailer. You were expecting a good movie, right? You were expecting a Thor hit. God of Thunder, the mighty Thor. Went to the theater, went and watched it, left the theater, and was utterly disappointed. This movie was garbage. And I'll kind of elaborate why. And that's because they made Thor an imbecile. Like, he was too dumb in this movie. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was just too...
Well, he wasn't like himself in the other movies.
Right, he wasn't like himself. I mean, the other ones had comical moments and funny moments, but they were not this dumb. I mean, he literally was not... He wasn't like Thor in this one. They tried to make it too funny. They tried to make it a little too... I don't know... putting out their own views, if you will, and if some of your views are like that, then that's cool. But they just made it something it wasn't supposed to be. There were even a lot of scenes that I was kind of cringing on. One of them was the whole Olympian scene with Zeus. There was a lot of innuendo in that scene that I just did not think was comfortable viewing for the young viewers. That some words they could have left out that I really didn't feel needed to be in a Marvel kid-friendly movie that's going to be on Disney Plus. You know what I mean? It's just not appropriate. So keep that in mind. The story itself is pretty simple. New villain. He's out to kill all the Marvel gods and all the universes, and Thor, being a god of thunder, is no exception. So they're facing this threat. We have now a female Thor in the version of Natalie Portman's character, Jane Foster. Look, I'm all for women power, tough chicks, go for it. But her performance in this movie was garbage. It was cringeworthy. It was no good. It felt forced. It did, I'll be honest. Her whole arc is becoming Thor with cancer, this and that, just kind of felt a little rushed and forced to my opinion. Korg's back. Korg was funny in Ragnarok, but they just crammed him too much into this movie. Like, you get tired of Korg over time, and you're like, enough, okay, we get it. And you got Russell Crowe as Zeus, doing a horrible Super Mario impression, Italian impression of Zeus, wearing a miniskirt. Look, everybody knows I'm a little more partial to DC, right? But if you go back and watch the Justice League, DC's version of Zeus is massive. He's built, he's tough, he's 10 feet tall. He's portrayed like you'd expect Zeus. Marvel's version of Zeus, fat Russell Crowe in a little white miniskirts talking like Super Mario, just doesn't work for me. With that said, there are some cool action scenes here and there, nothing to really save it. nothing that really saves the movie. If I had to pick a standout deal with it, I'd probably say it was Christian Bale doing his version of Gore, the God Butcher. He does a good job, which is Christian Bale. He's not ever going to phone it in, but I think the whole reason he took this movie was for his kids, so, not his finest hour for sure. But like I said, Chris Hemsworth has been fantastic as Thor throughout the whole journey, but this one just did not do it for me. They made the character too dumb, too silly. Guardians of the Galaxy were supposed to be in it, and pretty much all we get is a 5-minute, if that, cameo from, Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Groot, and Nebula, the blue chick. You get a couple minutes from them. Chris Pratt's got a few lines in it, but nothing like that we were advertised or in the posters for that matter. So yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder just doesn't work. I think it's time to put his franchise to bed. He's had his 3, like Cap and Iron Man, and I think they just kind of overstayed his welcome. It could have been better, and it could have been good. It had, like I said, it had the potential to being good, but I don't know. Marvel Phase 4 just has been cursed, feels like. It's just not, they hadn't put anything really good out as far as content on movies or TV shows. Like I said the other day, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness wasn't that great, and it's under Phase 4 too. I will say, out of the 2, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, I'd go with Doctor Strange before I did Thor: Love and Thunder. Any comments on Thor: Love and Thunder?
No, because it wasn't that good.
Wasn't that good? You didn't enjoy it?
No, it wasn't the best of any of them.
Right. Okay. So yeah, there you have it. We don't really go for the Thor: Love and Thunder. I will say this: we kind of get to see Thor take on a new role by the end of the movie, so it's interesting to see if he comes back, how he's doing in that new role. I won't spoil it for you, but it's pretty cool. Actually, one of the cool points of the movie is Gore's daughter, the villain. His daughter is played by the young India Hemsworth, which is Chris Hemsworth's daughter. So that was pretty cool. It's kind of hard not to see the resemblance when, especially if you know who it is. So yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. If you do want to check it out, it's on Disney Plus streaming for free. It's on all the big platforms to rent or buy: Amazon, Apple, Vudu, all that good stuff. It's not on hard copy yet, but I think that's coming in a couple weeks. If you got Disney Plus and you just want to watch it to catch up, it's like I said with Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. If you want to watch it to stay in the loop with Marvel and what's coming down the pipe, you may want to do it for that. But like I said, spending any kind of real money on it, I made the mistake. I wouldn't do it if I were you. Wait till you can get it for free. Do it on Disney Plus. As always, this has been my humble opinion, and you know what I say about opinions? They're like butts. Everybody's got one. Some of them stink. Later.